Namaste. Today we're working on Janu Sirsasana, also known as one-legged forward fold. What you're going to need is your blanket, blocks, and a strap. Let's begin with the more modified version of the pose before graduating to the more advanced variation. So to begin, you want to bend the right knee ever so slightly and flex your feet. And then walk your right hip back and your left hip forward, and then start to remove the flesh. Taking that left foot in close towards the right thigh. And then bring that blanket or support system pillow, and you're gonna just lift your hips and sit on that. And again, readjust as needed. And allow the pelvic floor to tilt slightly forward. Let's reach over for that strap and take it around the ball of our foot. Let's remember to dorsiflex the foot so the toes are pointing towards your nose and the heel is pushing away from you, darling. I made a loop with my strap, so it's just a little bit easier for me to work with and grip. Now from here, you want to keep the spine long. Please be mindful that if your knee is very sensitive today, take that extra block or prop, place it underneath your knee, and here we have more comfort to sustain in the pose. Don't worry about forward folding yet. Just keep the heart lifted and start working on extending the leg long. Ultimately, the goal of the pose is to get a nice stretch to the hamstring and the IT band as you lengthen. And then ultimately, you'll start to work towards letting the knee come down next. Once the knee touches the earth and your hips are squared, then at that point, we begin to fold forward, and you can then remove the blanket from underneath you. If you like, you can always use your blocks and release the strap and maintain the state of the pose, but instead of forward folding, maybe just working on sustaining the lengthening with the blocks and looking forward. If you're wishing to work on a forward fold with the blocks, then at that point, I would encourage you to keep the torso more turned in the direction of the leg as opposed to internally. However, if you suffer from sciatica or you have any mild lower back sensitivity or irritation, it might behoove you to stay more centered and work towards coming forward. If your foot is more forward in front of you, more parallel towards your nose, then that's an ideal position to maintain the forward fold. Let's come back up and let's show you the more advanced variation of this particular version. So you'll remove the blanket from underneath your seat, keeping the foot inside the thigh or on the calf, but not on the knee. You don't want to press out the patella or cause a meniscus tear. If you're still using your strap, which is always welcome here, that's fine. If you also are using anything under your knee, we have our good days, we have our bad days, then that's okay too. You're going to lengthen up nice and tall through the crown of your head, and then let's begin to fold forward as though like the Pillsbury Doughboy, you're getting poked in the belly and you're drawing your belly button up and in to come forward. You're hinging from the hip to come down. You keep the crown and the spine long as you work your way towards forward folding. If you're comfortable in the forward fold or the hamstrings are extremely long, lengthened and stretched, or you're very flexible and would like to have a little bit more sensation in a stretch, as some flexi yogis have to go a little deeper to even feel some sort of sensation, so please don't ever compare yourself to another person's body. Then you are going to reach for the block. Keep lengthening through the spine to draw the crown forward. Breathe. The deeper the exhale, the deeper the pose. The sensation. Breath. If you have the block, hold it. Inhale, rise up. And then release the block back down. It's important, my friends, to stay very active through the whole body, the whole musculature of the body in this pose. I see lots of students looking at their toenails or picking here and there, and as funny as that might be, it's a disservice to the offering of the pose, but you're trying to open up into more. So give yourself permission to work on all the muscles of the body, contracting everything to allow you to go deeper and deeper into the fold so that you find the deepest of the length. This pose will help you attain many other poses and postures. I hope this helps you, and please comment in all the concerns that we can work through together. May you have a blessed rest of your day. Namaste.